friends, welcome back. Hope you are all are good. ये मेरी आज क्लास चल रही है और आज का लेक्चर जो है दिस इज़ अबाउट पैसिव सेंटेंसेस. I was telling students about tenses. Then I started telling them regarding passive voice sentences because writing task की बात हो रही थी. आज के लेक्चर में हमारी यही सारी डिस्कशन है. So passive voice में we were supposed to follow 4 rules, 4 basic rules and 3 sub rules. So for those basic rules, I was telling students how to use third form of verb and what are the other 3 skills to change active into passive. I was telling the students tips, and then meanwhile they were making a practice and they were making sentences. So it was very easy for them and they were learning very easily. Hello friends, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about IELTS writing task 1 in academic module. So for task 1 you are supposed to attempt this task in 20 minutes and you will be given 20 minutes for task 1 and 40 minutes for task 2. In task 1 for academic IELTS, there are 2 type of question you would be facing, like graph and diagram. So when we say graph, so we have a line, graph, paragraph, pie table, pie chart, and the next one that we have, that is diagram, and it could be a flow chart and as well as map. Today I am going to make a kind of sketch, and I am supposed to give you some idea what to write, how to use active tense and how to use passive sentence in your tense. Should you use or not? We are going to discuss about it. First of all, I would like to tell you about IELTS writing task, and the information is provided by us from British Council, and here they are telling about writing task 1. There are 2 tasks. You are required to write at least 150 words for task 1. So task 1 are presented with the graph, table, chart or diagram, and definitely the issue raised are of general interest. So we are trying to help you out in that, suitable for any kind of description. You may be asked to describe an example, and definitely the task 1 should be written in an academic, semi-formal, neutral style. So semi-formal, neutral style and academic is the theme basically that we will try to learn today. General IELTS is different, I would have discussed earlier. General IELTS would be different. We will discuss it in the next lecture. But today we are supposed to learn about academic. Depending on the task type, you are assessed on your ability. These kind of booklets we also provide to the students when students are supposed to learn these kind of techniques. They come to us, they ask about some information. Okay guys, so now I am going to tell you about what to do when you want to write a good writing task 1. So writing task 1 is all about 150 words and you are supposed to give 20 minutes. So let me start from here. For writing task 1, we divide it into graph as well as diagram. So in graph we get line graph, bar graph, pie chart, as well as table. So graph falls under these categories. I'm going to show you the graph. And what about diagram? It's about map as well as flow chart. So this is for diagram. And sometimes it could be a combination. We call it combination. Like pie and line graph, pie and table, and stuff like that. Well, one more thing, it depends if you want to do this task in 15 minutes. This is very interesting. You can do that. Okay, coming back to, there are trends, there are different comparisons and different techniques, a style of writing that required for writing a task. So let me show you through my tables that I was supposed to make for you guys, because student asked me to do a kind of picture, a kind of video, so that it will help you. Let me show you all kind of either graph or diagram you are supposed to write down in these patterns that I'm just telling it. So the first one is trend. So make a trend, or maybe comparison. So anything like graph or table or combination question, you can write it down in the form of trend or maybe in the form of comparison. So maybe the combination, maybe the line graph, bar graph, pie chart. So if it is showing trend, let me show you the trend, how it can be like, the ratio of for example, fast food in the restaurant between 2 different years in 3 different countries. So they will be showing you in this way, like it's a graph, like you can say it's a trend. So just get into the trend. And the other one is comparison, like in what happened in 2010 and what happened in 2015. So it depends on the question, but whatever is the question, if it is trend, you'll write in this way, the fall, the fluctuation, the ups and downs. And the second one is like comparisons. We also say like give some ratio, some GDP, some kind of trend. So it is all about task 1. You can say like the GDP ratio of certain country. So this is how you can say you are supposed to write. Okay, now coming to the introduction. As I've shown you, these kind of question task 1 are coming in IELTS writing section. So now coming to introduction. What could be the introduction of a graph or diagram? So let me do that for you now. So for task 1, the introduction of a graph or diagram would be the between 2 to 3 lines. This will be your introduction. And how you can write, like if I can write here the information about the marking criteria of standard examination paper in few national days is depicted by rendered flowchart. So you can say like from here we can find we can find a sentence. So till here the information about the marking criteria of extended examination paper in few national days will be the subject, and this could be the is a helping verb. So what I am trying to give you the information like, and let me make it a heading. You are supposed to use passive voice sentences, which I will let you know later on. You are supposed to use passive voice sentences. So here what I have used already. So this is helping verb. Depicted is a verb, we call it main verb, the form of verb, and then again by is a preposition according to the rule of active into passive. So after by we are going to write down the verb. So here how you can start your IELTS writing task 1. And after that what happens when you start up, when you give a good introduction, then what happens? You are supposed to write down body paragraph 1, where you are going to talk about like trend or comparisons. We call it body paragraph 1, and then maybe you are supposed to write down body paragraph 2. So again there will be a discussion. You may use passive sentences and simple statements. And then at the end, the last paragraph could be like 3 to 4 lines, maybe 2 to 3 lines. So this is called conclusion. This is what happens, how you can conclude. To sum up, we may say that the given information gives. So this is how you can write your IELTS writing task 1. It's very easy. You can complete either you can complete with I can also tell you some idea how many words you can use. So I can tell you how many words you guys are supposed to use. Like if they are saying 150 words, but you can exceed to 160 words even, or maybe, if depends, you can exceed to 170 words, but you should not write more than 170 words. So this is the basic criteria for IELTS writing task 1. So for task 1, usually students get confused which tense we should use, how to start, what type of questions are there, and what could be the difficulty. So okay, let me give you an example for what to do, how you can write. And here is an example for task 1. You can see from here I have got a sample paper for you guys, so you can check this one out as well. Like I can show you the answer was well categorized, and the student has described it in a very nice way. The table depicts the outcome of a questionnaire of how often people drink different type of coffee, Melbourne and this. So here the student has started it up with the present tense, present indefinite, maybe you can say that. So now I'm taking you to YouTube channel. Here is the details.
स्टूडेंट, यहाँ पे मैं आपको अपने YouTube चैनल के बारे में बता रही हूँ, क्योंकि मुझे बहुत से बच्चे पूछ रहे थे YouTube के बारे में भी और चैनल के बारे में भी, और थोड़ा सा इंफॉर्मेशन लेना चाह रहे थे कि कैसे हम यहाँ से हेल्प ले सकते हैं.
I have shown over here the interest of IELTS regarding CD IELTS. I have shown a video over here. You can check this one out. And I have shown my class lectures over here as well.